Well, it's hard not to know about it, especially if you watch this show. We talk about it a lot. Everywhere you turn, you're hearing about Omaha Restaurant Week.
It runs through Sunday, and after that, the specialty menus created just for this series are gone for good. 65 restaurants are taking part.
One of them, Twisted Fork Grill Saloon at 10th and Howard Street. That's where Chef Aron Mackevicius is from. Good to see you, Chef.
Hi, Chef.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. You got a whole spread here. You got some wine, we got all kinds of, but you're going to be preparing something. What are you going to make?
I'll be making our chicken parmesan rieno, which we're featuring on our Restaurant Week menu.
Perfect.
This is a perfect dish to really use up some of those leftover garden vegetables. I grow a garden every year, and I always end up having tons of tomatoes. And actually, this year I did poblano peppers, so this is a good way to use them up.
All right, so
are
where do
these
we
your
start?
poblanos right here?
No, these are ones that the restaurant gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Where do we start here?
all right, well, first we're going to start off making a fresh marinara sauce. This is a great way to utilize all those tomatoes.
So you start with a little bit of
Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil.
Sure.
Some diced onions. And then I have garlic. And just crush the garlic cloves.
Now, see how you did that, Mayor?
Yeah,
see how you crushed
he's
that?
flattening the knife.
You got the bug
But you're just
covering it.
crushing them to what? Release the flavors, or what's the point, Chef?
Yes, to actually release a lot of the oils left in the garlic.
Okay.
You're not chopping them.
No, I'm just doing a rough chop because at the end of the whole sauce, you're actually going to puree this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great. Okay.
All right, so we get the onions and garlic started.
Oh, the aromas are kicking in.
Get a
There's
little-
no better scent than that.
No. So nice.
And then at this point, I actually start doing the fresh tomatoes too. Now again, this is being a pureed sauce, so you don't have to be all perfect with your tomato slices.
So a little bit of rough chop,
Just
quarter
rough
it.
chop.
Just make them smaller.
Yeah, just
That's
make
the goal
make
here.
them smaller.
Okay.
As I missed this pan.
You can do it, Chef. We believe in you.
He's got this.
He's a trained professional, Mike.
So you got the tomatoes.
So this is on the second course, part of the menu.
Yes,
But
correct.
what about some of the other courses, the other items? What are you serving up this week?
Well, on the appetizer side, we have our fried pickles, which is a delicious whole pickle spear. It's not like the pickle chips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we see the pictures
Yeah,
here.
bottom left.
On there on the top there, that's our chicken avocado deviled eggs. So it's avocado deviled egg mix, braised chicken, stuffed inside or piped back into a deviled egg.
They look different than the deviled egg I made.
And they sound like they probably taste a bit different
They
too.
probably taste a little
What's
better.
the third item there?
And the third item is our French flatbread tacos.
Ooh.
What has been one of the most popular menu items this week as people have come in and maybe you've had some repeat customers come in and try items again? What's been the most popular?
One of the most popular ones, actually all the entrees have been doing really well. The rieno that I'm making here, we have an apple bacon graham salmon, graham crusted salmon
Yeah.
with potato puree, and the other one that we're featuring is a grilled steak with a portobello Gouda pasta.
And let's talk
Sounds
dessert
delish.
while we're looking at them.
This is the picture we saw before the commercial break. What
yes.
are we looking at here?
Desserts, we have our peach almond turnover with the raspberry sauce. Our house-made lava cake with the strawberry creme.
Yum. I bet that's awesome.
Yes, it's very delicious.
Yeah.
Did you just hit him?
I did.
Our viewers couldn't see that, but
He was startled. I'm sorry,
you
Chef.
don't hit our guests.
And then what was the third dessert we get to pick from?
The third dessert we get to pick from is a roasted apple caramel ice cream.
Wow.
Gotcha.
So it's caramel ice cream, or ice cream with caramel sauce, roasted apples, graham crackers, and a little bit of cinnamon.
That sounds delightful.
And then there's an
too.
optional wine pairing that,
Yes.
that guests can get as well.
Yeah, so for an additional 10, we do a flight of wine for each course. The first wine that we feature is A to Z with the appetizers. And then we have a Sean Minor, which is going to be served with the entrees. And then Grayson Merlot, Grayson Cellars Merlot, is with the desserts.
Nice. Well, the point of Omaha Restaurant Week, right, with these 65 restaurants, but then the set price point, but then it's also a better value than if you went in and you ordered 3 things off the menu.
Definitely.
So it's a great way to get in and try a restaurant that you've not been to, maybe you've heard some awesome things about.
Yes.
So are you meeting some new guests
Yeah,
this week?
we're encountering some new guests that have not been into the restaurant.
They've walked by in the old market, they've always wondered about it, and now they get to try it.
And now they get to try something that's unique. It's a little bit different. What Twisted Fork is, it's American food with a twist.
Yeah.
And what I'm bringing down to the Twisted Fork itself is a unique approach. Like this dish itself is being a
what
chicken
a nice
parmesan.
day
Yeah.
to sit outside and eat too. This
Definitely.
weather has been so nice.
It is, and as you continue to make that, that's still cooking down a little bit. But let's talk about all the restaurants that were participating. We saw that list, so you can go to the website and check that out, omaharestaurantweek.com. But Brian Barks from the Omaha Food Bank for the Heartland has been on several times over the last few weeks. He's not on today, But why is it, because a portion of the proceeds go back to the food bank for the Heartland, why is it that Twisted Fork wanted to get involved with this?
Well, being able to support a great cause. The Omaha Food Bank being able to support the local community by giving out food and those that are in need. So being able to take part in such a great program is something that a lot of us restaurants, all of us that are participating in the Omaha Restaurant Week, feel greatly about.
5% of the proceeds, so you don't have to, as a guest, you don't have to do anything extra and kind of like check a box, and you don't have
You
to
just
take
have to order those
coupons in.
menu items, though. You have to enter those specialty menu items.
Yeah.
Just ordering the menu items.
What are you tossing in now?
All right, so now I'm putting in some fresh parsley, fresh thyme, and fresh basil. I grow an herb garden too at the same time, so I always put those in there. And this will continue to cook down, and it'll actually turn into a bit of a broth with all the tomatoes.
So you're not adding any extra liquid, you're just using the moisture from the veggies.
Yes.
Or the fruit. It's tomato a fruit?
Technically, it's a fruit.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. Right? I mean, listen, I had an uncle that would hold it like an apple and eat it, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
Well,
Okay,
then,
what's loaded now?
some brown sugar.
Ooh.
Then I also use a little bit of dry oregano.
Yeah.
Coriander, which is probably one of my favorite spices.
Oh my gosh, does this smell amazing?
And then a little bit of crushed red chilies too.
Let's talk for a second about the pepper. So
Right here,
you
the
roasted it
poblano.
already?
Yes.
This is the big guy.
Yes.
This is how they come.
Yeah, the poblano peppers are this way. The easiest way to roast these off is to cover them in a little bit of oil and then bake them in the oven until they blister.
Yeah, you flatten this guy. Does it flatten itself?
It flattens on its own.
Yeah, when you bake it.
You didn't take a rolling pin.
No, I did
over
not.
the
It will actually
poblano.
flatten itself on its own. So now for the relleno part that we're going to do, I have a baked chicken breast.
Yes.
And again, this is more of a health-conscious dish that I'm creating here. So instead of frying the chicken or anything like that, it's baked. And then with this chicken, we're going to be able to pull it apart.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, just with your hand. You just muscle that thing apart, huh?
Yep, and then in the process, I'm adding cream cheese.
I'll hand you the cheeses as we go here. We got an assortment of cheeses.
Cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese.
Yum.
We say mozzarella, but I mean, it depends on what part of Omaha you're from.
And a little bit of feta cheese, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for
We're
garnish.
going to
That's
save,
for later, that's
save
for
the
garnish.
Parmesan for later.
So as we hand mix this together, you're going to have a paste, in a sense.
We're going to run out of time
We've
here,
got-
but I'd love
but
for
I
you to
promise
keep working.
we're
No,
gonna-
don't rush. You keep working.
keep going.
We'll just keep you here
But I
for an
promise
extra
we're going to
minute.
display
This
this
is so-
dish after the commercial
All right,
break.
we'll make sure you get a look at it. But even better, you can try it right now during Omaha Restaurant Week. But all the fun ends on Sunday, the 20th. And again, 5% of proceeds from this week from each of the 65 participating restaurants goes to benefit the Food Bank for the Heartland. Please stop by Twisted Fork, 10th and Howard, and try one of the items we've talked about today. We think you'll love it. Chef, thank you for
Chef,
joining
thanks a
us
lot.
today.
Yeah.
You just keep, maybe our
Yes,
guests.
keep going.
I don't
We want
know.
to see the prepared dish, absolutely.
That's right. Thank
I'll get
you.
it done for you. Thank
Coming
you.
up